Who am I? Before even getting to that point, I would just like to appreciate the organizers of this conference. It's really a privilege to be here to present this topic or to speak a little bit about this topic. Yeah, I really appreciate that. So that being said, who am I? So basically, I am Wilfred or Daphnia, preferably Daphnia. I am a cybercrime investigator. That is my main areas of interest: forensics and OSINT. Um, I think what again? Okay, I'm also the co-founder of the upcoming cybersecurity community, Mboa CTF. Okay, I think that's enough for now. That being said, today I wanted to speak a little bit about a trend that we have been noticing as investigators. So the topic of today is C2 servers, from dedicated servers to Telegram bots. Now, I hope or I pray or believe that each and every man is already acquainted with the terms C2 servers, dedicated servers, and Telegram bots. But anyways, I'm going to touch them throughout. I'm going to touch a little bit on them as I'll be proceeding. So, this is a fundamental scheme of a CNC communication. That is, you have an attacker. Okay, now just to make sure, when I will use the term threat actor, just to make sure we're in phase. Threat actor, it is cyber criminal, or in fact, it's just, if you want cyber criminal, if you want black hat hackers, all those guys, I will just be calling them threat actors. That's usually the name. So you have a threat actor, you have a CNC server, and you have CNC clients, usually known as, they are the victims, or usually they are known as zombies. Now, the threat actor, now what's the role actually of the CNC server? The role of the CNC server is to receive instructions or commands from the threat actor and transfer those commands to the victims. Now, depending on the malware, the information that is going to be collected from the CNC clients is going to be sent back to the CNC server, and the CNC server will just send the information to the threat actor. Now you understand the role of a CNC server. So usually, in the past, or most often, what the threat actors usually do is that when they want to perform such an attack, they rent a VPS, or if you want, a virtual private server that are going to use as their CNC server. That is, they rent it for, I don't know, depending on how long they want to be attacking people. They will rent like for a month or for 2 months. And once they rent the VPS server, they will configure the server so much so that the server will receive instructions from the threat actor and redirect those instructions to the host or the victims or the zombies. In a similar way, this VPS is going to be configured in such a way that it is going to receive instructions from the CNC server and redirect the result to the attacker. So you can see the CNC server plays a role of a shield between the attacker or the threat actor and the zombies. Now, as I said earlier, initially most often they use a VPS. They rent a server, they do all the configuration there. But I think you might have already seen the issue with this approach. The thing is, once the police or law enforcement agencies or investigators, once they discover the CNC server being used by the threat actors, they can track down the threat actor and they can be able to determine or get the list of victims. Because, of course, if you have access, once the police gets access to the CNC server, they just need to check the logs to be able to see the originating IP, which is going to be the IP address of the threat actor. Assuming the threat actor is not using the VPN, it's going to be the IP address of the threat actor, and in those same logs, they will look at the destination IP addresses, which are going to be the IP addresses of the victims. So once the police gets a hold of this CNC server, so in fact, the threat actor is basically screwed. In that case, they will have to go again and rent a server. So they will go rent another server, do again the necessary configurations, and restart their campaign. But what if they get the CNC server they just bought after a couple of days or weeks gets discovered again by law enforcement? They will be forced to go again and rent another server, reconfigure before proceeding. You can see it's a bit painful. It can be painful. It's not really adequate. So they they decided to go for another approach. They started to use Telegram servers as their CNC server. So how do they actually do that? Well, this is the structure of a Telegram-based C2 communication. So let's say the threat actor wants, well, it is the same scheme. The only difference is that instead of a VPS server, the usual VPS server they rent, they are going to use instead Telegram. So what happens is that, of course, they first of all develop their malware. I don't know, let it be a Trojan, a rat, whatsoever. They develop the malware. Now that they have developed the malware, they need a server, okay, because the malware needs a server where it is going to be hosted. Now, they create a Telegram bot to send and receive commands. Just like in this picture, you see the CNC server is responsible for receiving commands from the attacker or threat actor and redirecting those commands to the victims or the zombies. Similarly, receiving information collected from the victims and redirect or sending them to the attacker. So they create a Telegram bot to send and receive commands. Now bear with me. This is the theoretical aspect or part of this presentation. I'm going to show all of this in a few minutes. So they create the Telegram bot to send and receive commands. After creating the bot, it's very simple. If you already have an account on Telegram, it's pretty simple to do that. Next, after creating the bot, they will create a Telegram user or a group where the information stolen from victims is going to be sent. Because here's the thing, though they have a server, so I'm coming back to this picture, though they already have a CNC server, they need a destination. Because you see in this diagram, the CNC server is configured so much so that what it receives from the attacker, it knows already where to send it exactly. It knows where to send it. Similarly, whatsoever the CNC server receives from the victims, it knows where to send it, which is to the attacker. It knows the IP address of the attacker somehow, okay? That has been already immersed, or it was already put in the malware. So at this point, we need to create a Telegram group where once people are going to be infected, the information the bot is going to collect from those victims is going to be sent to that group. And similarly, in that group, the threat actor is going to be sending commands. The threat actor is going to be sending commands which the bot is going to redirect to victims. Now, after creating the Telegram group, after creating a Telegram group, you have created a Telegram group, you have created a Telegram bot. But the thing is that, okay, at this point, we have a malware, we have a Telegram bot, and we have a Telegram group. We need to put the ID of that Telegram group and the bot into the malware. We need to hard code it. We need to hard code it into the malware so much so that because once the malware will be installed on victims, the malware needs to know where to send the necessary information. And how is the malware supposed to know where to send, in which Telegram group it is to send the information? It needs to know the ID of that group. So we need to hard code the ID of the malware and the Telegram bot token into the source code of the malware. We need to hard code that. Now, after doing all of that, whenever the malware is going to be executed on the victim, it is going to send the information to that Telegram group. Okay, it is going to send the information to that Telegram group via the Telegram bot. Now, okay, it might not be clear. It might not be exactly clear. You might be wondering what am I actually talking about. Just bear with me. Just try to grab as much information as you can, because we're going to move. I'm going to showcase that in a couple of minutes. So, why is it that they nowadays they tend to move from VPS to Telegram C2 servers? Why? And it is important to know that it is not only the low-level threat actors that are doing that. No, even APTs. they also do that. So it is really a trend right now. So what are the pros of Telegram C2? The first thing is that obviously it is free. It is completely free. You see, usually when you have to go and rent a VPS, what will happen? Okay, to rent a VPS, first of all, you need money. Okay, depending on how long you want to rent a VPS, you will have to pay. With Telegram, you don't need to pay anything. From what I showed here, I don't think at no point in time did I say that you were supposed to pay something. No, it is free. You just need to have created. So long as you have an account already on Telegram, you can create as many. Okay, you can create a limited number of bots. From what I checked, a user can create a maximum of 20 bots. And here's the thing: even if you have a user account, you create 20 bots. If you still want another bot, you just need to create another user account. So we can say it is in quotes unlimited. The number of bots you can create, we can say in quotes is unlimited. So it is free. You don't need to spend any francs or any dollars on it. It's completely free. Now, next, the traffic appears to be legitimate. Why? The thing is, when you use a Telegram bot, you are using Telegram's server. And Telegram is a widely used instant messaging application. Many people use it, so it is trusted actually. So when your traffic is going to go through firewalls or any other defense mechanism, it is not going to be stopped because Telegram's IP addresses are usually trusted. So that's how your traffic is not going to be flagged. As you'll be exfiltrating data from victims, you're not going to be stopped. You're not going to be detected. That's awesome. That's beautiful. Next, it ensures reliable uptime. Since you're not the one maintaining it, yeah, okay, as you're using these Telegram bots, we say you're not paying anything for that. You're not the one configuring the servers. No, you just have to set up to create the bot. You don't have to configure the servers. You don't have to update any server. You don't have to. No, it is not your job. Actually, Telegram has an entire department, I believe so, maintaining their servers. So there are people there being paid to make sure the Telegram servers are always up and running. So you're not going to have to worry about, okay, I don't know, some how will I even put that, some errors. I don't know. You are not going to be afraid that at some point in time your server might go down for some weird reasons. No. Okay, you don't have to worry about that. Next, you have enhanced privacy. What do I mean by that? When you to rent a VPS, now when you want to launch a malicious campaign, after renting the VPS, first of all, you have to buy a domain name. We agree on that. Here's the thing: when you buy a VPS, what do you have to provide? An email address, because you have to create an account to buy. You'll have to provide an email address or a phone number. And remember also, when you want to buy a domain name, you have to provide an email address, a phone number, a physical address. But it's true you can give a fake physical address. They don't usually. It's not like they are going to check it. It depends on your geographical location. But anyways, you still have to provide some information. And you see that, well, compared to this case of Telegram, where you don't need to provide any phone number, you don't need to provide any email address. You just need to have an account on Telegram, and that's it. So better privacy. Now, no installation necessary. Of course, as I said, I think I already mentioned that you're not going to be maintaining any server. Okay, you're not going to be updating any server, configuring any server. No. And lastly, it is easy to use. Okay, no, it is easy to use. You can send your commands, as I will show in a couple of minutes. You can be sending commands from your phone, Okay, you don't need to have to access a live panel to launch your campaign. No, you can be sending commands from your phone via the Telegram application. So you see, there are many pros. This now you most likely understand why is it that predators nowadays they switch to Telegram C2 rather than the usual dedicated servers like VPS. I think I mentioned these are the main pros. They are usually, I think there are others, but these are the main ones, especially the free one. The fact that it is free and it is more privacy inclined. Okay, yeah, let me touch a bit again this aspect of privacy. You see, when you use a VPS, I already spoke about the information you are supposed to provide, but also your IP address, the IP address from which you connect to uh, the hosting provider, the login. Okay, so they know who you are. So if one day you get into some shady deals or shady business, you launch, which I'm not advising, you launch some sort of malicious campaign, law enforcement can issue a subpoena to the hosting provider in order to get your real IP address, and in that case, you'll be screwed basically. Now, with Telegram, it's true law enforcement can also, in this case, only Telegram knows your real IP address. Only Telegram knows that one. Okay. And actually, you can even shield yourself from that. That is, you can make it such a way that you use a VPN before using Telegram, or you send your traffic via Tor before. In fact, these are things you can set up. But let's just assume you forgot to set up your VPN or to send your traffic via Tor. Only Telegram in that case will know your real IP address, and nowadays it's a bit difficult for. Let me put it this way: it is easier for law enforcement agencies now. Okay, take what I'm going to say with a grain of salt. Depending on where you live, you should go and you should check. It is easier for law enforcement agencies to subpoena your information from a hosting provider than it is from Telegram. So you can go and check that. As I said, take what I just said with a grain of salt. You go and check that. Now, we saw there are numerous pros of Telegram C2. However, there are cons too. But I think the main con is that here's the thing. Remember, I said before launching your campaign, you have your malware. In that malware, you have to hard code the group ID of the Telegram group where the victim's information are to be sent, and your bot token. Okay, and you have to understand that your bot token is something private. It's like your password. If someone has your bot token, basically they own your bot. They can do anything and everything with your bot. You're supposed normally to keep it private, but because you have to hard code this bot token and Telegram group in the malware. Now, let's say investigators or law enforcement, let's just say investigators, they find or they fall on one of your malwares. Okay, they discover that someone got infected, and after performing an investigation, they got. In fact, they found your malware. I don't know how they found it. Let's just say they found your malware. Just some basic static analysis of the source code of the malware will reveal your bot token and the Telegram group ID. And even if you try to obfuscate the bot token and the Telegram group ID, dynamic analysis of the malware is going to reveal your bot token. So basically, you can't hide it. You can't hide it. So the main issue with this approach is that once investigators get a hold of one of your malwares, you are forced to just switch, create another bot, okay? Because if you continue using I will show, I think this is the last slide, the last theoretical aspect. We'll move into the practical part of this presentation. Once they get your bot, you are forced to switch to another bot, because if you do not, they'll be able to see everything you are doing. Any and every information your bot is going to be sending to victims, or to victims' computers, or to zombies, or to you, are going to be visible to investigators. Now, that being said, I think I will switch to I wanted to show a few things. I will start by showing the Telegram-based C2 communications. We saw that we have to develop the malware. create a bot. That's what I'm going to try to do right now. Okay. Just give me a sec. Let me switch this thing. Just give me a sec. Let me connect to the VM. Something is off. Something is off. Beautiful. Apologies for the delay. Oh, it's not this screen. Sorry. Oh, I'm having troubles. Apologies. Just give me a minute. I'm having troubles connecting the screen. So, let me try to restart VirtualBox. Okay. Yeah. So there's something I want to show. I believe my screen should be visible right now. Okay. So I firmly believe you are having a look at the Ubuntu VM I'm having right now. So let's start with, okay, let's take this scenario. We're going to try to mimic what I was explaining. I said the first step was to develop a malware. Okay, actually, I didn't develop a malware. I just went on GitHub. I took, there is a proof of concept there. So I just took a reverse shell that was developed there. So it is going to play the role of our malware here. We have our reverse shell. We have already have our malware. The next thing is to create a group. You remember I said, no, create first of all a Telegram bot. After creating the Telegram bot, we're going to create a group where the victim's information is going to be sent. So let's try to, let me run Telegram. Let me open Telegram. So, okay. So to create a Telegram bot, as I said, that's pretty direct. It's pretty easy. You just go to, there's this on the Telegram, you have what called the bot father. You use it to create Telegram bots. So let me try. Is it possible to expand this? Okay, I think that's already the peak. Fine. So we're going to create a bot. Let's just say new bot. All right, a new bot. How are we going to call this bot? Please choose. Okay, let's just give, I don't know, a name, backbone hackers. I don't know, XSX. No, hackers, I don't know, fire. But I don't know. That's the name. So that we have to provide now a username, which is going to be the handle of the bot. Let me just provide the same thing. Nice. So we have just created a bot, and this is the token. I believe this is the token. So let me check something real quick. Yeah, so this is the token actually. This is our token. And remember, I said the token is it's like your password. Okay, you should keep it private, because anybody that has the token of your bot basically owns your bot. They can do anything they like or anything they wish with your bot. So let's keep this in mind. That's it, and basically that's it. We've already created a bot. If you want to, if you want, you can just check on Telegram. You just take the username, you hit it there, and this is your bot. This is basically the bot we created, Backbone Hackers Firebot. The next thing was to create a group. You remember that? The next step was to create a group. To create a group, okay, let's just do that real quick. New group, Backbone Con, create. That's it. We created a group, and this is where we want our bot to be sending the victim's information to this group. So, but to do that, we need to add the bot we just created. We need to add the bot we just created to this group. Let's do that real quick. I believe this was the username of the bot. Yes. Yes. So beautiful. We just added the bot. For now, the bot has no access to messages, but for the bot to be able to receive messages from the threat actor, we're playing the role of the threat actor here, for the bot to be able to receive messages from the threat actor and send them to the victims, the bot needs to have access to the messages that will be sent in this group. So let's just give the necessary permissions to this bot. Manage the group. Then, okay, we're going to make the bot an administrator. For now, there was only one administrator, where we were going to make the bot the secondary administrator. I think the bot can change the group info, ban users, invite users. Yeah, I think that's enough. Let me just add the custom title. I am who I am. Well, this one is not important. I'm just the one messing around. Okay, close and save. We just check. We're going now. You see, the bot has access to messages. Okay, this is just a small text I just wrote. I don't know. As I said, just messing around. That one is not important. But the most important part is that now the bot has access to messages. What was the next thing we were to do? Okay, we have to add, because you remember I told you we have our shell. What is that? We have our malware here. Our malware here is this reverse shell. Our malware here is this reverse shell. We're going to put the bot token and the group ID in this malware before we can actually send it to infect users. Now we have the bot token. We have a group. Okay, we need the group ID. Okay, to get the group ID, there should be what's even. Give me a sec. There's a bot to find to get the group ID. Yeah. Just okay. If you want to get the group ID of this group, we need there's a bot actually that can help us do that. We need to invite the bot to this group. Let me do it real quick. Yeah, and you see, as soon as you add, in fact, that bot is a raw data bot, and all it does is that it reveals to us the chat ID or the group ID of this group. You see, the chat ID of this group, this is it, what I just highlighted. That's going to be very important because we have to hard code it in the malware. We have already gone through the first the first 3 steps to launch this. Now we need to hard code. We need to hard code this, the ID, the bot token into our malware. Actually, I went ahead, that is before this presentation, and I already created a group. I think that is already visible. As you can see here, I actually created a group already called Anonymous, where I set up everything to make it smooth for this presentation. So this is the group we're going to be using. But what I just did was just to show you the steps I went through to do that. So let's open, okay, just so you have a quick look at the content of the reverse shell. You see that here, if it's a Python script, here you have the chat ID. This is the chat ID, and here you have the bot token. The bot token. So now let's try to. I think now we can already launch. So everything has been done already here. We've already hard coded the bot token and the Telegram ID and the group ID into our malware. So usually to spread the malware, you have to spam. That's what they do actually. You have to spam. Let it be via emails or phones. That's what we speak about phishing. The phishing can be via emails, phone. That is text messages. Just do, or if you think you are skilled enough, you can find a 0-day in order to infect victims. But that's overkill. I don't see why you don't necessarily need a 0-day exploit to have access to users' information. No, just spam, and that's what they do. That's what works best, and it is more efficient. Just spam. Well, you spam wisely. So let's assume we did that, and a user got infected, and the user in this case is us. It's my VM. It's my virtual machine. And when the malware gets on the victim's device, it is set up to run. Okay, let's assume it is set up to run automatically. It's true, I'm going to run it manually, but usually in a real life scenario, it is going to be set up to run either automatically or whenever the user is going to do a certain action. So our Python, our reverse shell will be running. Wait a sec. Line 8, import command not found. Okay. second is it seems like I messed up somewhere. Let me just check. Oh, sorry. It is a Python. I thought it was a shell script. It's a Python script. Why was I using bash? So yeah, that's it. It is running in the background. Let's go back to our group. This is the group I said I set up before the presentation. This is in our scenario in this group. This is the group where the threat actors they meet, they discuss about their potential attacks, their potential victims, and so on. So let's say I'm the threat actor. Okay, I've infected a host device. Now my malware is already running. My malware is already running on that victim's device. Now the victim has been infected. Let me run commands. That's why I said in the beginning, you can be doing this from your phone. If you have Telegram installed on your phone, you can just be doing that on your phone. So let's just start by saying, okay, who am I? It responded to, who am I? It's test. Is that really true? Let's just see. Who am I? Yeah, so it's correct. Let's just say, okay, what's the host name? What's the host name of our victim? Test VirtualBox. Yeah. So okay, let's do something more interesting. Okay, not more interesting, but let's just be testing things. So in which directory is the malware currently installed? The malware is currently installed in the that's the directory media, and I believe that's where the malware is actually installed. Yeah, correct. What can I do? Okay, I don't know whether this command would work. Okay, so you have to understand the malware. The creator of the malware of this particular proof of concept, he limited the number of commands you can actually use. But if you create your malware, you can extend the set of commands he put, or you can extend the set of commands. In this case, I think when I checked the repo, I did not see this command. I did not see the ls command. But anyways, let me just say list. Oh, actually, yeah, it is working. The ls command is working, just that it is not accepting. Let me type that again. Let me try to be stubborn. Okay, never mind. It doesn't want to work. Fine. So we have already, okay, let's try to see if we can make who is backbone.com. Let's see who is backbone.com. So as you can see, come on, beautiful. So you see, you can be doing that from your phone. You are on your phone. It's true. The commands I'm just using right now. Those are harmless commands. But if you are a threat actor, you can start doing some pretty interesting things on the victim's device. Yeah, I just made a who is. I just used the who is commands on background. I can just check the information whenever. When was this website even registered? So they registered it on the 31st of August. So like 2 months. Okay, let me just say more than a month ago. Anyways, that's not the most important part. Now you can do that. Let's see the list of processes running on the victim's device. Whoa. As you can see, there are many processes running on the victim's device. Why do I have this emoji site even showing? It's not possible to disappear. Okay, never mind. Yeah, so you can see the list of processes running on the victim's device, the victim, which is actually my VM, my virtual machine. Oh, there are so many processes running. Let me see the space. Let's check the space. Disk free H. So, 88%. I'm already using 88%. Okay, fine. Let's see the memory. Do I have enough? Is there enough memory? Yeah, there's up to 1.9 gigabytes still left to use. So you see, this is actually how it happens, how threat actors tend to behave nowadays. So you can see the guy is on his phone, but it's actually sending commands to a victim's device, on a device he infected, and he's doing whatsoever he wants with that device. So, is there something else I would like to add? We did most. Okay, what can we even try again? Okay, I think, let me see. Is it possible to go for a more complex? Okay, let me I'm just messing around. Let me see. We said ls. We are in the direct. So, in which directory are we? We're in the media SF share folder. Okay, and in that folder you have the reverse shell. Okay, is it possible to? I don't know if this command is allowed. Oh, okay, it is refusing. Yeah, I think it is a developer of this proof of concept. He likely limited. Why did he do that? I wanted to. Let me try again. Reverse shell. By. Please. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. So, okay, it's true. He made it not possible to use cat everything, but it's possible to. In fact, what is appearing right now is just the command. The command I just typed. It was cat print the content of the reverse shell. Yeah, no, it's a silly command. Nothing special, nothing exciting about it. But I'm just showing you that you can actually do a lot of things here. Anyways, so I just demonstrated how threat actors tend to do nowadays. That is, instead of renting a VPS, we know once you rent a VPS, to be able to see the list of victims you infected, you have to log in to what we call a live panel. Once you log into a live panel, that's where you get the list of victims with all the information. Yeah, I don't even need. I'm on my phone. I can be chatting. I don't know. I can be chatting with my parents or friends, and just along the conversation, I'll just go and check whether I got more people infected or not. If I got more people infected, I can send commands maybe to do what? Maybe to try to pivot. That is, I have a victim, send a command to try to pivot from that victim to get more and more victims. I don't know whether you get the point. So that's it. It's left on the developer of the reverse shell to be open-minded. They can do whatsoever they want. Now, you remember I said we just saw the advantages of using this rather than VPS servers. Remember I said there is an inconvenience with this approach. An inconvenience was that whenever your malware gets discovered, your bot token gets discovered, and when your bot token gets discovered, but the bot token and the Telegram group where the victim's information are being sent. So whenever that happens, you're screwed because they will see your bot token, and I say your bot token is like a password, so they will basically own your bot. Now, what can they do with your bot token once they have that? Let's just see it right now. So this what is the scenario right now? We assume we're investigators. We fell on a bot token. What's even that bot token again? Come here. Okay. Yeah, we assume we fell on this. Let me just save it here real quick. Okay, wait to be this. Okay. Notepad is bugging, but whatever. Let me just send it back in. So this is the bot token, and the group ID. This is the group ID. Okay, let me just send it in 2 messages. Just to make sure we're in phase. Okay, let me stop the reverse shell. I think it's enough. Okay. Jobs. Okay, yeah. Yes, so there should be. I'm just trying to stop. Okay, yeah, beautiful. So yeah, I stopped the reverse shell. So in our case, this is the ID, and where is that token again? And this is the token. You see, I'm sending. I send this token, and actually the reverse shell is taking it as a command, and that's why it's saying the command does not work in the operating system. Okay, beautiful. This is our scenario. We're investigators. We fell on the malware sample, and after dissecting it, okay, after analyzing, okay, after going through static analysis, we found a bot token and the ID of the group where victims' information are being sent. Now, our goal is to get as much information as possible from this. That is, we'll try to get. Just give me a sec. Let me just check something real quick. Apologies, just oh, it appears it was you have not been able to see what I was doing. Oh la la, oh la la. Okay, a sec. Let me try. Let me try something. Okay, I see. Fair enough. Okay. So really apologies for that. It appears my screen was not visible. I really apologize for that. I guess okay. I'll just start. Okay, I'll have to start. Okay, let me just go back to what I was saying. Now I presume you are seeing my screen. The Telegram. You're able to see everything in the virtual machine. I hope so. Okay, what was I even trying to see? So it means you did not see the demonstration of. You didn't see how the reverse shell actually works. let me see where to start back from. Okay, let's do this. Let's assume, okay, I will start back. Let's assume I just logged into my virtual machine. So what was I saying? We're going to mimic the steps I showed to be able to use the Telegram bot as a C2 server. We're going to mimic those steps right now. So the first thing we have to do is that we have to develop a malware. We have to develop a malware, and as I said earlier, I didn't actually develop a malware. I just took a proof of concept on GitHub. I just modified it to suit my needs right now. Once you have the malware, you have to create a Telegram group. Now, hoping you are now able to see my screen. To create a Telegram group is pretty easy. You just name the Telegram group Backbone Hackers for Life. I don't know, yeah, for life. Why not? You create a Telegram group, okay, create. Once you're in this, you have to add the bot. Oh, you didn't also see the part where, okay, now to create a bot, let me go back to we have to add a bot to that group. Now to create a bot is pretty easy. You just go to, you are going to use what we call the bot father. To create a bot, you must use the bot father. The father of bots. Actually, that's a nice name. So you go to that, you say new bot. It says new bot. You say, all right, how you give a name? Let me just give the name PWN CON. And they ask, okay, what username will you give? Let me just give the name PWN Hackers Fire. Yeah. So this is it. This is our bot token. You should keep it secret to yourself. You should not share it at all. You should keep it to yourself. You should not be sharing it at all. It's like a password, actually. The person who owns your bot token owns your bot, and they can do whatever they like or they want with your bot. So we have a malware, we have a bot token, we have a group. We need to add this bot to our group. When we created this group, we need to add this bot to our group. Let's do that real quick. Okay. Yeah, after adding, now we have our bot token already. Our bot is already in the group. We need to get the ID of this. We need to get the ID of we need to get the ID of this group. So how can we do that? There is a bot to do that. If I'm not mistaken, it should be raw data bot, something like that. Come on. Yeah, beautiful. Raw data bot. No, I took the wrong one. Raw data bot. I guess it is the second one. Let's cross fingers. Come on. Yeah. And as you can see, as soon as you join, as soon as the bot is added to the group, it reveals your group ID. Okay, it reveals the chat ID of your group if you want. So we already have our malware, we have our bot token, we have our chat ID. The next step is to hard code this ID and the bot token in the malware. Let me show you what is playing the role of the malware here. What is playing the role of the malware here is this reverse. Let me try to. Is it possible to expand? Yeah, is this reverse shell I found on GitHub? I just modified it. Let's just look at the content. You see here. Don't mind the code. Just look at the parts I'm going to be highlighting. You see, here's the chat ID. You include the chat ID because thanks to the chat ID, the bot is going to know where to send the victim's information. You include the chat ID and you include the token, the bot token. Okay, I did that already. So before this, for this presentation, I created a group, Anonymous, where I did all the settings. I created that group, Anonymous, where I did all the settings. That is, I created a malware. I created the bot. I added the bot to a certain group and to the group Anonymous, of course. Let me just show you. Here are the members of this group. You will see that there is this. Here's the bot. Here's the bot I created. So I took the bot's token and hard-coded it in the malware. Same thing for the chat ID of the group. So I did everything I just showed you. I did that already prior to this presentation for it to be smooth. So now let's see how the malware, how you can be able to send commands from, how you can be able to send commands from your from Telegram. That is, you can even be doing that from your phone. Just that I cannot do it. I can't do the presentation. I cannot be doing it from my phone, but you can just know that you can do it from your phone to your tablet, so long as you have Telegram installed on that device. Here our victim is going to be my virtual machine. Let's assume after spamming thousands or millions of people, I fell on a victim, and my malware, in this case the reverse shell, started running on the victim's device. So let's assume it started running. Let's just put it in the background. Okay, so it is running. And yeah, here I am in this group. This is where I'll be doing everything, sending my commands. So let's just check whether it is actually running. Beautiful. So you see, so and all the commands. So what happens is that all the commands I type here are sent to the Telegram bot, and the bot sends it to the victim. The command is run on the victim server, on the victim's operating system, and the results are sent back to me on Telegram. I think that's pretty, it's comfortable. You don't actually, because you remember in the past, you had to rent a VPS server, and to access the victim's information, you have to log into a panel. I think most of us are aware that you have to log into a panel. Here, nothing. I don't have to do anything. I will just be receiving everything on Telegram. So print working directory, in case you doubt, we can just check print working directory. That's it. It is working pretty fine. Okay, who am I? Come on. Who am I? I am Tess. Thank you. Let's just check Tess. Let's do something more interesting. Let's, who is Backbone? Come on. Backbone.com. You get the who is info, just as if you were on a terminal. Yeah. This is when they created the domain, or this domain name backbone.com. What other thing can we do? We can say list. Okay, in the directory where we are right now, there's only one file, which is our reverse shell. What can we even do again? Look at the space left. 88% of this space is already been used. Let's see, is there still memory to be able to run something else on that victim's computer? Yeah, actually, there's still 1.7 gigabytes free. So you see, you launch your commands, they're executed, the results are sent back to you. Pretty amazing, comfortable. I think it's dope. So, okay, just a silly command, hostname, test virtualbox. Let's just check to make sure it's true. Test virtualbox. So you see, it works. The proof of concept actually works. So that's how it works. That's what threat actors tend to do nowadays. As we saw in the theoretical part of this presentation, the traffic is difficult for firewalls or any defensive mechanism set up by organizations to flag this traffic, because the servers being used here are Telegram's servers, and Telegram is usually trusted. So your traffic is not going to be stopped. Next, I showed one main inconvenience with this approach is that once your bot token is found, basically you're screwed, because whoever has your bot token owns your bot. Now we'll take this scenario where we are investigators. Okay, give me a sec. Yeah, we'll take the scenarios where we are investigators. We fell on a malware sample. After doing some static analysis, we found a bot token. And we found a group ID. Now, our goal is to get as much information as possible from these two parameters. That's all we know. Now, you can use, in this case, you have to use Telegram's API. Let's go. Let's do that. So API telegram.org. Here you put your bot token. You put the token here. Get me. Okay, all these commands you can get them. It is actually part of it. Is you can get them from the documentation, so it's not something special. Just go to the documentation here. You're going to get all those commands. You come here. Where is it even again? Telegram boss. Come again. Telegram API. Anyways, in the documentation you will find all the commands I'll be showing right now. You don't need to cram them. You can come and check them later on here. So coming back here, now we're going to use get me to get information about the bot. So here you see, when you see the bot's name is Bugporn Hackers. The username is Bugporn Hackers bot. Is it true? Let's just check. I know it's true, but let's just check. If you come here, where's that bot again? Yeah, the username is Bugporn Hackers, and the profile name is Bugporn Hackers, and the username is Bugporn Hackers bot. Now, notice something. We're just doing passive reconnaissance. We got this information without even accessing the group where the threat actors are discussing about their future plans or current plans. We are not there, but we already got such information. Now, remember, the bot is used to transfer information from the threat actor to the victim, and from the victims to back to the threat actor. Now, it means the bot reads all those messages. We're interested in seeing those messages. For that use the command get updates. Oh, currently there are no updates. Sure. Oh, okay, yeah. The thing with get updates is that it will only show the messages that were transferred during the past 24 hours. And it seems for the past 24 hours, nothing was sent in this anonymous group. It seems. Let me just check it. If nothing was sent here, then okay, I see. It makes sense. Just give me a sec. I want something that is going to be juicy. That's going to reveal some information. Oh, let me stop first of all. Let me stop I forgot to stop the reverse shell. Fine. Okay. Let me just random message to see what's going on. Polling for life. Okay, yeah. So during the past 24 hours, no information was sent in this chat. That's why initially you didn't see anything. But you see right now, I just sent this message. Okay. Let me just send the message. I am who I am. If you reload, you see, you're able to see this message. You see, so in the group, someone sent the message, I am who I am. And who sent it? You can see who sent it. It is the user Burning for Life. Now, you are an investigator. You are able to see all the messages, and you see that this user sent this message. You can just get the username, go on Telegram, and check to see the profile of that individual. And you see, oh, what's this? Okay. You can see the profile of that individual. Let me just do it from. Yeah, this is the individual. For now, the threat actors do not know that you are tracking them down because they don't first of all know that the bot token has been leaked. Next, there are a lot of other things you can do. Let's try this. You can discuss. you can find out who are the administrators in that group. I think it should be get chat administrators. You indicate the chat ID. Where's that chat ID again? Because you need to precise the chat ID. As you can see, they say the feedback is there are two administrators. There's the first one, who is actually the creator, and that creator is Pwning for Life. Is this guy? I just show you his profile. And the second administrator is actually the bot, which makes sense because, as you remember, we previously set the bot as an administrator. So fine, we saw that. Now let's say you want to know the number of people there are in that group. So it is get what was it again? Get chat member count, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just check. Yeah, it is. Don't worry about the commands. That's something you can just check in the documentary. With time, you will just remember them. So you see, there are 9 people in that group, or 9 members. And let's see, is it true? Anonymous. You can even see already there are 9. There are actually 9 members, 9 people here. You have Chicken. Oh, who is Chicken? Chicken Soya. Okay. So you have Chicken, you have Pwn, you have the bot, and you have a bunch of other bots, it seems. So this information is correct. What again can I get? What interesting thing can I even get again? Let's say, okay, somehow you found a user ID and you want to check whether that user is part of, is one of the members of that group. You can still do that. Let's assume you found the user ID to be, let's say you fell on the, okay, beautiful. So let's say you fell on user ID. Which one can it be? A sec, let me set up. Okay. Let's say you fell on this. You want to check whether that user is a member of the group. It is pretty easy. Get chat member. Give me a sec. Get chat member. It is for that you have to do. Sorry, let me remove this. It is get chat member. Chat ID. If I'm not mistaken, what's the chat ID again? And user ID. We want to see whether this member is part of. And it says true. This user, which is the user is actually Pwning for Life. We know you know this user. I showed you already the profile is actually a member of this group. Now let's just take another user ID. Let me just add some random numbers. In this case, it says false because there is in the group anonymous, there is no user with ID 684877705 and whatsoever. So that's one thing. Another thing, you have to know that remember that this Telegram group is a private one. So you don't have a link. There's no link to join. Only the admin can add you to the group. Now, and in such private groups, threat actors, okay, if you didn't know, now you need to know. Threat actors, they will share passwords. They will share files. They will share their malwares because Telegram does not filter or can't even filter everything. Okay, so they will share zip and they will share actually critical information, and it's possible for you to. Let me just do it real quick. Let's try to send a file in this group. Which file can I even send? Let me send a photograph. Okay, let me send a photograph. Come on. Yeah. Please just don't mind the photo. I'm just going to send it. It's just copy image. Let's just say they shared this file. Okay. They shared this file in the anonymous group. Hey there. Hey there, guys. This is a secret photo. Now, let's go back here. Remember, we have the bot token and we have the chat, the group ID. I come here. I just want to get the updates. I'm the investigator. I just want to get the updates. I see there is an interesting update here. Okay, we saw this text already. I am who I am. We see that there is a user with profile name Chicken and username Chicken Soya. He sent a certain file, and this is the file ID. But what I want to see that file as an investigator. So you want to look at everything. You want to know what's going on here. And later on, that same user wrote, what did he write again? He said, "Hey guys, this is the secret photo." Then you become more interested in this file. Now, how can you, using the file ID, you can download the file the user just sent without them even knowing. It will still be using Telegram's API. Just that here you see the command. Let me just check it real quick. The command is, you said, is get file file ID. The file ID is this. Let's take this. You see, it's the same thing. There's no difference. It is whether you want this is the same thing. I don't know why it is repeating itself. Oh, okay. Some have been compressed, other have not been. Okay, I prefer to take the one that I prefer to take the largest file. I presume it might not have been compressed. Anyways, so this is it. Next, you copy this link, file path. We're going to download the file, still using this API stuff. The only difference is that here you add file, you remove this, and you add, what is it? This file path that was shown to you. You just take it and add it here. And here's the file that has been downloaded. Let's double click to open it. And there it is. This is the file that the threat actors were sharing in that group. So basically, that's it. I think I showed you. In fact, there are a lot of things you can do. Again, just check the documentation. This documentation call. Come again. This call Telegram org. More and more threat actors are switching to Telegram as C2. So that's actually a quite interesting and up-to-date topic. What do I want to add again? I think I touched the most important aspect. My goal was just to show you basically in a limited period of time what they are actually doing right now and how interesting it can be. I will stop there. I think I will stop there. If there are any questions, feel free to ask. If not, I think I will somehow disappear. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to shoot them now. And again, sorry for the inconvenience. At some point, I didn't know that I had lost. I didn't know my screen wasn't visible. Sorry for that. But I hope you got the main. But I hope you got the main point of this presentation. And actually, when I was preparing this presentation, my team and I we are planning on simulating a scenario, because I think I said it already in the beginning. This is actually from a real case, because that's what they're actually doing right now. And my team and I were planning on building, well, not a CTF, but a task that's just going to showcase this. In fact, let me not spoil it. We're planning on building something, and I think in the upcoming days we'll release a small task just to get people acquainted with the Telegram API so that they can get acquainted to what. See, if you're an investigator, or I don't know where is investigator. Okay, I say investigator because that's mainly who I am. But if you're into cybersecurity and your goal is to hunt down threat actors, you need to know what they are doing and you need to know how to use the tools they are doing. So if you're interested in that, we're going to be releasing an interesting task in the upcoming days, hopefully. I hope we're going to have time to do that. So yeah, that's it. Okay, I think there are no questions. Again, thank you very much for this opportunity. I really appreciate that. It's always a pleasure. Okay, sure. I mean, I don't know how you're going to be. I don't know how. Okay, it was a live stream, so I don't think you can crop the part where I was not showing my screen. Anyways, it's not critical. Later on, I came back and I re-explained what I was saying. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so thank you each and everyone for your time. You have a nice day or night, depending on where you are. So, cheers.